God. When I know some wonder consider the things thy hands have made. I see the sun, I hear the rolling thunder, thy path throughout the universe display. My God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the things thy hands have made. I see the sun, yes, and I hear the rolling thunder. Thy power throughout the universe, this whole universe displayed. Then sing my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how
Living Health Food Store located at 3956 White Plains Road in the Bronx between 224th and 225th Streets, where you can purchase all your vitamins and other supplements, your vegan standard breakfast, lunch, and dinner Mondays to Saturdays. Get rid of diabetes with the Diabetes Be Gone, high blood pressure with the High Blood Pressure Resolve, high cholesterol with the Cholesterol Cleanse. Fellows, all your prostate and bedroom problems with the Rooster Fixer, frequent and weak urination, the after dribble, erectile dysfunction, and premature ejaculation. And ladies, all the female health issues, get rid of them. Bring to our attention any other health concern you may have, because we do consultations Mondays to Saturdays from 12 noon to 7 p.m. Call to make an appointment. We also do mail order. The address is 3956 White Plains Road in the Bronx between 224th and 225th Streets, or call 718-798-0773. Again, 718-798-0773.
It's been 10 years. Time has certainly flown by. The Let's Talk radio show with John Hines and Company is now being listened throughout the Northeast, Jamaica, the Southeast, and among places from all over the world. So come and celebrate our 10th anniversary awards dinner and dance at the Wembley Cricket Club on Saturday, June 30th, starting at 10 p.m. We're going for the very best this year. Our DJs are the famous DJ Roy of 93.5 FM and DJ Street Ruler of 92.9 FM. Our artists AZ, Tony Lowe, Derek of Derek's Auto. Awardees include Winston Pine, Winston Morgan, Dr. Lawrence Williams, DJ Roy, Courtney Smith, Donovan Griffiths, Miss Lois Williams, and a special thank you to all those who have listened or contributed to the show, including our co-hosts, Donovan Griffiths, Courtney Smith, and Michael Soares. Contributions are $40 single and $70 per couple. Dinner is included, and tickets are available at Moody's Records, Primetime Bakery, West Best Fish in Mount Vernon, through John Hines, Courtney Smith, or Donovan Griffiths. See you at our anniversary at Wembley's.
Marcus Hilton, Certified Public Accountants, located at 4226A White Plains Road at 234th Street in the Bronx, have been serving the public for over 30 years in the areas of income tax return preparation and all other income tax services, including payroll services, accounting services, and individual tax ID number preparation. If you do not have a Social Security number and would like to file your tax return, Marcus Hilton, Certified Public Accountant, is one of the few tax services registered with the IRS to assist with a tax ID number. They are experts in the tax laws, so they will find what other tax preparers miss, maximizing your dollar return. For the self-employed or corporate people, they are also experts in those areas. Marcus Hilton, Certified Public Accountant, is located again at 4226A White Plains Road at 234th Street in the Bronx. Their telephone number is 718-554-0640. Again, that's 718-554-0640.
The award-winning Palace Peace and Love Academic Scholarship is appealing for your support to help educate one student at a time in Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Palace awarded 492 scholarships and several computers to university and high school students in Jamaica and the Caribbean over the past 7 years, valued at approximately 33 million Jamaican dollars, $250,000 US.
Importantly, our university graduates to date include 15 medical doctors, 10 lawyers, 6 engineers, and 15 fine art students. Our goal is to award at least 105 scholarships in 2018.
Please partner with us to make this a reality for those well-deserving, hard-working students by making a tax-deductible donation online at www.palace1.org
or send a check to Palace, P.O. Box 5461, Alpharetta, Georgia 30023 USA or telephone 770-744-2154.
Palace, preserving young minds for posterity.
Start your morning with our delicious breakfast. The ackee and saltfish, the salt mackerel, the cook-up saltfish, the callaloo, the corned beef, the kidney and the liver. How about the saltfish and the okra? All served with boiled dumplings, yam, banana or fried dumplings. All served with white rice, rice and peas, and steamed vegetable. Eat no stop this up. Try our most talked about porridge a morning time. The blend of oats porridge, the peanut porridge, the cornmeal porridge. Mamma mia! For soup lovers, on Fridays and Saturdays, go take soup. Don't forget to try our daily chicken foot soup for lunch and dinner. Chef It Too is always a winner. The jerk chicken, the brown stew chicken, curry chicken, baked chicken, fried chicken for the fish lovers. The fried fish, the brown stew fish, escovis fish, shrimp lovers. Visit Chef It Too on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Lovers of stewpies, visit Chef It Too on Thursdays and Saturdays. Come and visit us on Fridays for tripe and beans and sweet and sour chicken. Call us at 718-994-6532. 718-994-6532. Don't forget, we cater for all occasions. Chef It Too Restaurant, 4759B, White Plains Road. Call us at 718-994-6532. That's 718-994-6532.
And of course, if you're having problems with student loans, medical bills, bankruptcies, late payments, collection accounts, tax liens, you must give Mrs. Tracy Ann Bagaloo a call. She's one of the representatives at Financial Education Services. And Mrs. Bagaloo's number is 954-639-2404. Again, 954-639-2404. And let me take a quick break and return with much more of the Tone Ranch Showcase. And I apologize for the okay.
Well, I know it's getting late, but just another kiss before we say goodnight. Come on and hold me tight. No, 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 please don't close the door. I'm feeling something new I've never felt before. Just another minute more. I know this isn't fascination. Look at you, look at me, falling in love. Gotta be love. I just don't have an explanation. Why do I suddenly see out of a crowd only these So good night, girl. You know that I won't sleep all the week, the whole night too. I'm gonna think of you after I go.
And we're going in a break. We're going to the station break on Unity Radio. When we return from Unity, the break on Unity, I'm going to go into the other sponsors like Immigration Attorney at Law, Mr. Winston Tucker, and of course my dentist, Dr. Roy Street. We talk about that. Also at 6:15 rather, we will be having I'll be having a special guest. Tell you more about that very, very, very special person. one of the Pallas recipient, 5 times Pallas recipient. Why am I having something opening here? All right, so we're going to kind of leave things the way. Okay, this is what it is. Yeah, it could be, could very well be. All right, we're going to leave that there until return from the station break on Unity. Again, it is but of course, we're going to remain live on Facebook. We're going to remain live on Unity Radio, and we're also going to remain live on Foundation Radio Network. Okay. Well, guess what? Let's go into a musical break in this case. For those folks who are celebrating the anniversary today or this week, this one is different to yours. Taking a moment to acknowledge the Divine Diva. Thank you so much for joining us truly in the chat room. Give me a little bit of your time, yeah? Out of your 24. I know you're a very busy person, and I really appreciate that you pass through on Facebook. Really appreciate that. We're also live on YouTube, incidentally. If you go to TuneIn live stream, you'll find yours truly. Okay. And hey, going to a musical break for a few minutes, and then return with more. Don't move. Don't you move. Again, for those celebrating the anniversary, yeah, all yours.
And having fun, aren't they happy? Now don't that remind you of us? We were young, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years ago. Weren't we happy? And we have so much to be thankful for. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years of love. Aren't we happy? Holding hands and walking in the park. Aren't we happy? Watching the kids play, girl, bring memories back to our hearts. Aren't we happy? And again I cry out, please, thank you for giving me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years of love. Aren't we happy?
make it very heavy, so he won't see the tears I hide. For behind this smile are the tears of 1,000 cries. My heart is fragile now, and it's heard 1,000 miles. I'll smile, for make-believe tends to ease the pain. I'll laugh, just to make the hurt go once again. The man is my audience, but the vows he made with such ease has now turned to loneliness, for now he deceives me.
But the show must go on, so the big heart presents all the tears and the cloud and the hurt and the pain. That lonely scent. Oh, here's the tears and the cloud and the hurt and the pain. That lonely scent. I put on a show like never before. I'm sure I'm gonna please him just once more, yeah, yeah. And he won't ask for his loving back. It's gonna be the best show I've ever had, ever before. The biggest lineup of superstars. Hit me all on, let's have a great big applause for the tears and the cloud and the hurt and the pain. That lonely, lonely sound. Oh, here's the tears and the cloud and the hurt and the pain. That lonely sound. We're bound to have a sellout crowd. We're bound to get a standing ovation tonight. Bound to have a sellout crowd. We're bound to get a standing ovation tonight. Bound to have a sellout crowd. Bound to get a standing ovation
I can't deny. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now, or I'll go crazy. Oh, you're my sweet thing. To love your child my whole life long, be it right or be it wrong. I'm only what you made me, baby. Don't you dare walk away. Oh, don't be so ashamed. I don't want your mind, and I don't need your money.
And we're back.
These words I say,
We're back.
oh, they may sound funny, but
Mrs. Henry, how you doing, brother Ruler? Yes, indeed, I will give you that signal, yeah? Okay. You'll hear me. Well, it's supposed to be in 4 minutes' time. Waiting to be back with everyone, actually. So, yeah. Again, the Tony Ryan Showcase, one that is so rare. Oh, yeah.
Yes, y'all. You know that just like I do. That's one thing I like about our situation. We have learned to hang on in there. And I'm so glad I feel the way I do about you, because I need you so much, and I know you need me. I need you so much until you are mine, babe. You are my fire. You make me so weak, oh, with strong desire. Don't you hear me? Don't you hear me talking, baby?
Indeed. Wow, what a day this has been thus far. Extremely interesting day.
You make my
Yeah.
heart just sing. And I can't help myself sometimes. You make me feel so good inside. And I know there are a whole lot of my girlfriends and a whole lot of your friends. They in there.
Yeah, taking a moment to say pleasant good evening. My brother Derek. Yes, indeed.
It feels so good. Honey, I'm giving it back. No, baby, you love me so good. Oh, baby. That's why I just
and also pleasant greetings to Bobby.
You're my
But just before the break, I did mention that I would tell you about whoa, I'm still hearing this hum. Why am I hearing this hum? Very strange. I'm not supposed to be hearing this hum at all. Very strange. Anyway, yeah, well, listen, if you want a different experience visiting the dentist, you must visit mine. His name is Dr. Roy Street, and a serious professional he is. Let me grab this. Tony Ryan. Hello. Hello, Tony Ryan.
Yes, Mr. Ryan, greetings. I'm going to turn you over to Crystal, yeah?
All right. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed. Let me pause this right here. And ladies and gentlemen, I have a very special guest coming on. And her name is Crystal. And she is a 5-time recipient of the Palace Scholarship. Yes, for those who have not heard about Palace, I'm not sure exactly what you have been listening to, because we have been talking about Palace now for years. This organization gives to students mainly in Jamaica scholarships to assist in their education and books and so on, whatever. And fantastic work they have been doing. And today we're going to be blessed with the presence of one of the recipients. Her name is Crystal, and she's now an RN and even giving back to Palace and so on. So I'm not sure she's on. Crystal, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. Welcome inside the Tony Ryan Showcase.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and as I was saying, that you're a 5-time recipient of Palace. How did you come to know about Palace, Crystal?
Well, there is a friend of mine who happens to also be a friend of Rulers. We call him Teddy Genesis. That's his common name on Facebook.
Okay.
His mother-in-law and his father-in-law, they live in my community. So every year around summertime, they usually visit. And so at that particular time, I was doing a job at a farm store. When I got home, my sister told me that Teddy came and he gave her an application for a scholarship program. And my cousin and some other persons also got. So I journeyed my way about 10 minutes long in the night. It was about after 8 with my mom and my youngest sister to try and see if I could obtain an application for myself. When I got there, he said that he didn't have any more. The few that he had left were for some persons, some students in Garrett Lane in Kingston, but he went ahead and searched and he found an extra copy and gave it to me. And I did not hesitate to complete it, because when I looked at it, I'm like, there is really nothing to lose.
Right. Whoa. We just lost Crystal. This bottle bounces thing. Call me back, Crystal, can you? Okay, great. Crystal, is here?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. Sorry about that. Yes. So you had nothing to. Right. So you had nothing to lose.
Right. So I went ahead and completed the application, and lo and behold, I got through. I could not have at that time we didn't have the smartphones were not so common, and we didn't have such easy access to the internet. So everybody in my community actually heard that I got that scholarship before I did. Because at one point my cousin came to me and she was like, he gets scholarship and you not tell me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I applied for a scholarship, but I didn't get a response.
Yes.
So Teddy was unable to reach me, so he gave the message to somebody else to give it to me. And you know how it is in Jamaica. Once one person knows something, the entire community. So that's how I started off in the program. And from then on, now I just kept trying to work really hard to maintain the grades so that I could stay on board. Because, the hardest part would have been getting on board. Well, some person might say that the only thing harder than getting in is staying in. So that's what I did.
What were some of the what were some of the requirements and some of the are some of the requirements now to get a scholarship through Palace? What are some of the requirements?
Well, now to get a scholarship with Palace, you have to at least have a B average, which is equivalent to a 3.0 GPA. You have to be involved in some form of extracurricular activity, whatever it is at your school, some youth service or something, or anything of that sort. And those are the two major requirements that you would need at this time.
So you got onto the program, and what was it like? Because I know there is a ceremony that takes place at different places. I think probably when you got on board, it was Dewey. It was being held, but I think it was moved to Pegasus. What was it like that? It usually is a Saturday. What was it like, that experience? I've never been to one of them. So what was it like?
Oh my goodness. I mean, when you go to that gathering and you see persons from different institutions there, I mean, you work so hard throughout the course of the year to try to get to that point. And when you are there, I mean, it feels really good. Like, it's a major accomplishment. For me, I look forward to that moment every year. Because, I mean, I look at it and I'm like, you know, this program is like trying to work your way to heaven. You want to introduce people to it, but at the same time, you want to ensure that you don't get left behind in the process. So that was it for me. I was telling people about it. I was looking forward to it. And, man, I'm telling you, you feel so proud when you're there to know that, I mean, you work so hard and you're being rewarded. Not that it's something that you must have been rewarded, because a lot of hardworking people out there and nobody's rewarding them for anything. But out of the goodness of the heart of these donors, I mean, you feel so good. I mean, you can look forward to that moment every year.
And especially when you look in the room and you see people, everyone in there, you know, are achievers.
Right.
You know, and you're among the achievers.
Yes, you know? Definitely.
Yeah, man.
You feel proud, I'm telling you, you feel proud.
Let us say pleasant good evening to Lakeisha, my dear. How are you? Just joined us in the chat room. Yeah. So I got the first year, and how in terms of motivation, did you get the money? Did you get the money when you got it the first year, the second year? Was the check ever given to you personally?
Yes, it has on quite a few occasions, because it was given to me, because at one point too, I can remember when two other persons from my institution, that was Northern Caribbean University, they were also recipients. So yes, I got the check at that time to take to the bursar's office at my institution.
Oh, so you got to give it to the okay, all right, follow you. So did it? I'm pretty sure that must have motivated you then to work probably even harder for to sustain the program. Yeah. Definitely.
Because I mean, as I say, we don't want to be selfish. So I mean, there are other persons out there struggling, or that were struggling as I was, or probably even more than I was. So I was telling other persons about it too, but as I said before, I couldn't afford to allow these people that I'm introducing to come in, and then when you look now, you are left out. They had to try to work even harder to stay in. Right?
I'm going to tell you something, something that I kind of mentioned to Ruler earlier today. Northern Caribbean University, it holds a special place in my heart, you know. Yes, because a few years ago, quite a few years ago actually, I was at work and a lady came inside the store and was asking me to purchase some books, and started telling me about this program and this program and this program. And that these young miss came up, or the youngsters, not just female, but men, came up from Northern Caribbean, and they were selling books that assist in them in going back to school.
Right.
And in talking to her, I said to her, but this sound like me buying a book not really going to be enough. Let me meet these people. And she said, some of them are in the car outside. I said, bring them in. And from that we started chit-chatting, and I decided to do something a little bigger. So I decided I was on another radio station then to bring them on and do some fundraisers on air, and then I was going to do this big function that would all the proceeds would go to them, and so on. The person who introduced them to me was not a very nice individual, because this person wanted the funds to come through her and her what do you call it there now when I go to church? This is my her ministry, and and I started getting really and truly annoyed with this individual, But because I had numbers for the youngsters, and I was able to talk to them directly, and finally she kicked them out and they went someplace else, and so forth. But it was a success. Now the reason I bring that up, in fact, out of all of that, now I have 4 daughters out of all of that, because every birthday I get a card and a call, and dad, and they are all graduated. Naturally, they are graduated. No one is doing medicine. She's in France. And one is back in Jamaica there, he's an RN. And, they stay in touch. We keep in touch,
That's good.
They are some of my heartbeats, those, all of them. But the thing is this, why I say that. I remember listening to some of the stories, how they survived going to school and staying at Northern Caribbean. And it was some of them heartbreaking, man. Some of them were heartbreaking,
You can imagine,
Yes, man. Some of these students, when I heard what they were doing, there's absolutely no way. You feel as if you would just say, you know what happened? If I had the funds, I'd just fund everybody in that Northern Caribbean who needs it. But because you really don't have it like that, then I had to choose. I had to, select. And so, we did what we could. Not just me, but members of the audience, my audience then, and people would attend these functions and contributed and so forth, So, yeah. So, you going to Northern Caribbean, yeah?
Yes.
Which school did you go to before?
I went to Denby High. That's in Clarendon.
Okay. And so you got a scholarship to Northern Caribbean, yeah?
No. Well, it was actually after I applied there, I applied for the scholarship afterwards, because immediately after graduating from high school, that was in 2009, I applied to NCU then. But I didn't start at that point because I didn't have the money at all. I didn't see any way out, and I didn't have the faith enough to try to make a bold step and go out. So I didn't start it until a year after.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, it was about 2 years after, because I started in 2011.
So
it was during that process. It was about, because school would have started in August, around the 29th, thereabouts, and then Teddy would have come down from around the June, July, around about that time period. So it was basically just in time for when I was about to start NCU. Right.
So wait a minute. So for 2 years you didn't attend school, you're saying?
Yes. I was working at a farm store for a couple of months, almost a year. And because when I graduated high school, I didn't pass my CXC math exam. So immediately after, I was doing class to resit that one, and then following that, now I got a job at the farm store for the other year. Well, I didn't stay for the entire year. I stayed for about 8-9 months thereabouts.
You said a farm store. What's a farm store?
Well, a farm store is basically, it's like a little shop where they sell products for animals like feed, fertilizers, and those kind of things relating to livestock and those.
Okay. So you worked there and did some classes.
Yes.
And was able to successfully pass the math.
Right.
Right? And then you applied to NCU.
Right. Because I had applied earlier, but after a period of time, if you don't start, then your application is basically terminated, so you'd have to reapply. Right, so that's what I did.
So how much of a challenge was it for you? So, how far from NCU you live? Because I know that was one of the problems the ladies were facing, the students were facing. How far from NCU you live?
Well, my original home is in Klein, and well, I couldn't afford to travel back and forth because that would be very far and it would be costly. So in my first year, I was living at a place called Knockpatrick, which was just under 10 minutes drive from the school. And then in my second year, I was living at Cedar Grove, where it's a bit closer, so I was able to walk from there to school, which was actually good.
So you're boarding, yeah?
Yes, I was. Yes, not on the campus though, off campus.
I understand,
Right.
but that is money again too.
Yeah, definitely. I remember in my first year, the landlord, oh my God, he was just, as soon as the time come for the rent for the first of the month, he would be calling, because he lived on the same building. He'd be there asking me, and then if he doesn't ask me, he had a contact from my mom, so he would be there pressuring my mom, saying that he needs the money and all of that, and that was really a struggle. That was a struggle. Back in Cedar Grove in my second year, it wasn't so bad. The landlord there was a bit more understanding, but still, it broke my heart every time. Sometimes he would come like on a Monday and he'd say, okay, I'm here for the rent, and you're like, I don't have it today. Could you give me until Wednesday or until next week? And you probably have to tell him that story more than once, because it happens at the time that you give him, you still have not raised the fund by that time. They have to keep putting off, but thank God that one wasn't so pressuring like the previous one.
Never so hungry.
Yes, definitely. But it was rough.
Well, but it was challenging, and if you don't know yet, in life, you have those to do to test you, to make you stronger and more determined. And when it happens, if should something like that come up again, you know exactly how to handle it, because you've been there, done that. Been there, done that. So, what are your, first of all, let me also pause and say blessed good evening to Brother Leroy Robinson. Thank you for joining yours truly. And of course, you have Crystal on here, talking about Palace and her journey and so on. So, what are the plans now? Now that you're RN now, yeah?
Yes, I am.
So what are the plans now? You don't know, or you just getting started?
Yeah, I'm just getting started. Just getting started. Just getting started, my dear. So this is my third year in nursing. So I'm currently in the process of doing the nursing council examination over here, or you call the state board exam. Because even though I'm a registered nurse in Jamaica, to practice as a registered nurse in the U.S., I'd have to do an exam here, and then we have to take some classes. So I'm currently in the process of doing that. Hopefully I'll be sitting my exam anywhere between now and July, the end of July. And then in a couple of years, I'm hoping to move on to becoming a nurse educator, or I'm also thinking about becoming an army nurse to work as a nurse in the Navy. So I'm leaning towards one or both of those options, and who to tell, maybe I might just be able to do both. Not at the same time, but at some point.
Yeah, that means your plans really don't involve or include Jamaica at this time?
No. Because it's really, it's not that most of the nurses want to leave the country, but as the current situation is, it's like we're basically being forced to do it because the salary is really, really small, and a lot of persons, thank God, a lot of persons have student loan to repay. Some people have families, and other persons, well, I don't have a family yet, and I don't have a loan, but I have a younger sister who just started NCU, and I would not want her to go through what I went through. So I'm trying to do my best to assist her, but and also to assist other members of my family. But with that, it will be difficult to get a move up on the scale and to help your family. It's going to be very difficult financial-wise. So you have to start looking at other avenues whereby that can be done. And that would definitely have to be leave in Jamaica.
Is that typical or a typical situation with nurses, or students leaving school or university or, well, their institutions?
Yes.
Is that typical?
For nursing students and nurses, yes, it's typical. Because if you should interview a lot of the nurses, no, they will tell you that they are not going to stay in Jamaica after completing their studies. Some persons might have it easier to come straight to the U.S. or go to another country afterwards, but that's not the case for everybody. Other persons will have to stay, get their experience, because you do need a minimum of 2 years experience in order to get a job over here, unless you have people in high places who can help you out. So most people, their objective is not to stay in the country. It's just to basically get their degree, get their experience, and basically to leave. Mind you, if the salary on a whole was better, I'm sure that a lot of persons wouldn't opt to leave, because some of these people have family and it's not really their intention to leave their family. But the reality is that's what they have to do if they're going to be able to take care of their family and other business and to further their education.
So are you saying that the opportunities are just not there for a person, a nurse, to become an RN, and she goes through all of this, and then there is no preparation, there's nothing being done there's no opportunities then available or readily available there? That's what you're saying?
Not exactly. What I'm saying is that there are opportunities, because you can get a job when you're finished, because everybody is moving on. So once one set of nurses leave, the set that is graduating from high school basically just comes and fills the gap. But it's not as rewarding in Jamaica. So I would say that's the reason why people are leaving, because it's not as rewarding. Because even some persons have the opportunity to go back to school and study, whether they do it on their own or they go through the government. And at the end of it, you don't see a lot more on their salary, probably like $4,000, $5,000 more. There are other benefits that may help to bring up, but because of the reward, I think that's the primary reason why persons are leaving. Because when you look, some persons in the U.S. or other countries who are not holding a degree, and they are making far more than what nurses in Jamaica, a lot of nurses in Jamaica are making who have a degree. So when people look at all of that, they are not really encouraged to stay in the country.
But isn't that going to pose a sort of brain drain situation?
Definitely. Yes, that is exactly what's going to happen. Because
go ahead.
as it is now, a lot of the hospitals, they don't have a lot of senior nurses because they have all gone. A lot of those who are in there now are persons who have under 5 years experience, 5 years and under. You may find a few that have more, but for the majority, it's basically fresh nurses under 5 years.
So, but that kind of make the country kind of not bleak, man. Things kind of bleak. If that's the case, because I'll tell you something. I'm gonna. There's a discussion with a gentleman who is in another occupation, yeah.
Yes.
And basically, what you are saying, he's saying that he wants to leave where he is at, not necessarily to go abroad, really, but what is being done there now, it doesn't make any kind of sense, too tough. You would much prefer to go into a different field, different area of work there in the country. Is it what's the unemployment rate down there look like now? What's the unemployment rate? Do you have any idea?
Well, I'm not sure exactly how it is, but I can tell you for a fact that it is indeed high. And as you mentioned, that young man there, I know of a lot of persons that have graduated from Northern Caribbean University. There may be some other institution, but I'm just making reference to what I know, I'm sure about, who have graduated 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and still have not been able to find a job in their field. Some have not been able to find a job at all, right? Especially persons like social workers, persons who do counseling, psychology, mass communication. For a lot of these other areas, if you don't know somebody, you have to be really outstanding or know somebody who can get you through the system, because there aren't really job opportunities for them there, so they have to find themselves working in another area, probably earning way less than what they should be earning, or don't have a job at all, and still they have their loans there to be paid. And student loan, once you graduate, they're not going to give you, well, some persons may get an extension time as to when they can start paying, but for the majority, once you graduate, they expect that you should start paying immediately. So there are a lot of persons out here that don't have young persons that are educated but still don't have a job.
Wow, and that's the story of Jamaica at this time. So the bottom line again, but Palace was of great contribution to your success, you would say.
Definitely. I was sharing with a friend earlier, and I was sharing with Mr. Brown as well, that as a Seventh-day Adventist, once you're in good and regular standing, you are given a 10% discount on your tuition.
Yeah.
And apart from that 10% that I was anticipating every semester, Palace was the only other fund I was sure about, because I tried my best to ensure that I met the requirement and I'm still qualified for the scholarship. So that was the only sure money I know about. I was relying on it. So if Palace was to withdraw and say, hey, we don't have enough funds today, this year, so we're going to have to not give any scholarships, then I would be heartbroken, and I'm sure there are many out there who would feel the same, because that Palace program and that 10% from my institution were the only thing I was sure about. The only thing. So trust me, it has really done a lot for me, and I know that other persons out there can attest to this.
Oh yeah, I can well imagine. And you know, like I said, I love a lot of things about Palace. one of the things I love about it is that there is zero administrative fees. All the funds goes directly to students.
Right.
I love that. I love that. You can't beat that at all. You know.
And you don't have a lot of persons now who would be willing to do something like that. You know, once people are doing things these days, they have to be benefiting in some way or another.
Yes.
The only way that Palace is really is just the success stories that come out from students like myself, because none of these executive directors are going home with anything.
That's the thing.
Except the feeling that they have done something great for somebody.
They helped. Yes. And kudos to Brother Ruler Brown, and also to the team of Palace board members. Kudos to all of them, you know. But more so Brother Ruler, because this is his brainchild, and
yes, it's his baby.
yes, definitely. That's more like it, you know. Well, again, Crystal, I really wish you a whole lot of success. Plenty, enough. I hope that the next time, well, at one point we will talk, and I'm going to hear a PhD in the mix.
Definitely.
You know, yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. And from what I'm hearing, if you're going to school here and you have the links, you still can get Palestine. You know, right?
Right.
You know, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, man. So, you know, Palace is still there for you. You know, Palace is still there for you. Again, that wonderful talking to you. Well, it's always nice talking to people who are nice and intelligent and thing, but more so from NCU. My bias, but it's true. You know, and all the best, you know.
Thank you so much.
So you're going to be here for how long now, yeah? How long?
Well, I have a week and a few more days before I go back.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we hear something more from you again before you leave, you know.
Good to tell.
Right, you know. All right. How was the pedicure? Because I hear about that, you know. You about the pedicure, the manicure, the massage, and all them things. You hear that?
It was lovely. It was lovely. Thanks to Ruler Brown. It was awesome. Very cozy and relaxing.
Yeah, man. Ruler has a heart of gold, and you know, people like Yemela just come up and, oh my goodness, you know. Him just have a heart of gold, bottom line. You know?
Yes.
So, we're going to talk again, my love?
Sure thing.
And thanks for sharing, yeah?
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime.
And all the best.
Anytime. Thanks, my love. All right.
All right.
The award-winning Palace Peace and Love Academic Scholarship is appealing for your support to help educate one student at a time in Jamaica and the Caribbean.
Palace awarded 492 scholarships and several computers to university and high school students in Jamaica and the Caribbean over the past 7 years, valued at approximately 33 million Jamaican dollars, $250,000 US.
Importantly, our university graduates to date include 15 medical doctors, 10 lawyers, 6 engineers, and 15 fine arts students. Our goal is to award at least 105 scholarships in 2018.
Please partner with us to make this a reality for those well-deserving, hard-working students by making a tax-deductible donation online at www.palace1.org
or send a check to Palace, P.O. Box 5461, Alpharetta, Georgia 30023 USA, or telephone 770-744-2154.
Palace, preserving young minds for posterity.
Start your morning with our delicious breakfast. The ackee and saltfish, the salt mackerel, the cook-up saltfish, the callaloo, the corned beef, the kidney and the liver. How about the saltfish and the okra, all served with boiled dumplings, yam, banana, or fried dumplings? All served with white rice, rice and peas, and steamed vegetable. Eat no stop this up. Try our most talked about porridge a man in time. The blend of oats porridge, the peanut porridge, the caramel porridge. Mamma mia! For soup lovers, on Fridays and Saturdays, go take soup. Don't forget to try our daily chicken foot soup. For lunch and dinner, Chef It Too is always a winner. The jerk chicken, the brown stew chicken, curry chicken, baked chicken, fried chicken. For the fish lovers, the fried fish, the brown stew fish, escoveche fish, shrimp lovers. Visit Chef It Too on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Lovers of stew peas, visit Chef It Too on Thursdays and Saturdays. Come and visit us on Fridays for tripe and beans and sweet and sour chicken. Call us at 718-994-6532. 718-994-6532. Don't forget, we cater for all occasions. Chef It Too Restaurant, 4759B, White Plains Road. Call us at 718-994-6532. That's 718-994-6532.
And taking a moment to say a pleasant good evening and thanks to Roger Brown for joining. Thanks to Omar the Pacifier, the Flagman, for joining yours truly in the chat room. Now, if you're looking for a different experience visiting the dentist, you must visit mine. His name is Dr. Roy Street. And you will leave there wondering if you went to the dentist, because everything is just nice and you no pain, no bad experience. Yeah, Dr. Roy Street. And he's located at 739 East, 230th Street between Barnes and White Plains Road. Again, 739 East, 230th Street between Barnes and White Plains Road. Or give him a call at 718-652-3978. Again, 718-652-3978. Also, if you are looking for a very effective immigration attorney, then you need not look any further than immigration attorney at law, Mr. Winston Tucker. He can represent you anywhere within the United States. And as an expert, he will be able to tell you what your best options are. Give immigration attorney at law, Mr. Winston Tucker, a call at 718-276-8767. Again, 718-276-8767. Now, when you call, if you are unable to speak with him directly, you may send him a text using the same number, 718-276-8767. Now, when you call and you speak with him, mention the Tony Ryan Showcase and you will receive an incentive for doing so. Same thing goes for the accounting firm of Marcus Hilton, Mrs. Tracy and Bagaloo, represent Financial Education Services, Chef to the Restaurant, and my dentist, Dr. Roy Street. Okay?
Healthy Living Health Food Store, located at 3956 White Plains Road in the Bronx, between 224th and 225th Streets, where you can purchase all your vitamins and other supplements. Your vegan standard breakfast, lunch, and dinner Mondays to Saturdays. Get rid of diabetes with the Diabetes Be Gone, high blood pressure with the High Blood Pressure Resolve, high cholesterol with the Cholesterol Cleanse. Fellows, all your prostate and bedroom problems with the Rooster Fixer, frequent and weak urination, the after dribble, erectile dysfunction, and premature ejaculation. And ladies, all the female health issues, get rid of them. Bring to our attention any other health concern you may have, because we do consultations Mondays to Saturdays from 12 noon to 7 p.m. Call to make an appointment. We also do mail order. The address is 3956 White Plains Road in the Bronx, between 224th and 225th Streets, or call 718-798-0773. Again, 718-798-0773.
Marcus Hilton, Certified Public Accountants, located at 4226A White Plains Road at 234th Street in the Bronx, have been serving the public for over 30 years in the areas of income tax return preparation and all other income tax services, including payroll services, accounting services, and individual tax ID number preparation. If you do not have a Social Security number and would like to file your tax return, Marcus Hilton, Certified Public Accountant, is one of the few tax services registered with the IRS to assist with a tax ID number. They are experts in the tax laws, so they will find what other tax preparers miss maximizing your dollar return. For the self-employed or corporate people, they are also experts in those areas. Marcus Hilton, Certified Public Accountant, is located again at 4226A White Plains Road at 234th Street in the Bronx. Their telephone number is 718-554-0640. Again, that's 718-554-0640.
It's been 10 years. Time has certainly flown by. The Let's Talk radio show with John Hines and Company is now being listened throughout the Northeast, Jamaica, the Southeast, and among places from all over the world. So come and celebrate our 10th anniversary awards dinner and dance at the Wembley Cricket Club on Saturday, June 30th, starting at 10 p.m. We're going for the very best this year. Our DJs are the famous DJ Roy of 93.5 FM and DJ Street Ruler of 92.9 FM. Our artists AZ, Tony Lowe, Derek of Derek's Auto. Awardees include Winston Pine, Winston Morgan, Dr. Lawrence Williams, DJ Roy, Courtney Smith, Donovan Griffiths, Miss Lois Williams, and a special thank you to all those who have listened or contributed to the show, including our co-hosts, Donovan Griffiths, Courtney Smith, and Michael Soares. Contributions are $40 single and $70 per couple. Dinner is included, and tickets are available at Moody's Records, Primetime Bakery, West Best Fish in Mount Vernon, through John Hines, Courtney Smith, or Donovan Griffiths. See you at our anniversary at Wembley's.
And the time is now 6:56, 4 minutes before the hour of 7. And taking a quick moment to shout out to Miss Beverly Morgan, my dear. Thank you for joining us truly. Also to Mr. Alfred Beaumont and Sheridan Wands. Thank you so much for joining yours truly in the chat. Well, for those who might be saying, so how do I was asked this question over the weekend, how do I know, how do I get into the chat room thing? Well, send me a friend request. All right, just go if you're on these Facebook business. Just send me a friend request. Just look for Tony Ryan, who have a scarf on and some grey hair and thing. Just send me a friend request, and I'll respond to it, and then whenever I'm on, you will be notified, and then you can join us there. 6:57 the time. Wow, what is just running like that? The time is just running like that, Well, guess what? Really, it's time for me to pack up my bags and do this again tomorrow, God's willing, eh? Well, listen, until we do this tomorrow, as always, it's been nice, it's been fun. Now I got to run. Want you to take care of yourselves and yours again until we do this again tomorrow, okay? Until then, allow no one, absolutely no one, to convince you that you can't, because you do have the power to be whatever you want to be. Just keep it positive. And remember that life is a learning institution. All the answers you seek are right in front of you. Simply pay attention, because there's always a class in progress. And no matter what, you keep smiling, eh? Let the world wonder what the hell you've been up to. Until we do this again tomorrow, c'est le vous. Au revoir. Harambe.
Whoa, whoa. You made me happy. hurting each other. Girl, it's a shame. I won't be foolish, no. I wanna love. I wanna make sure I'm right, girl, before I let go. Yeah. You know I think the sun rises and shines on you. You know there's nothing, nothing, nothing I would not do. Oh no, before I let you go. Never let you go before I We were so close.